Hello and welcome back. I want to introduce one more piece of technology that's absolutely amazing to me. And this is going to be one of the big things that I introduced in my school. And it's going to revolutionize how we teach programming. This is the CodeHS web browser app that any student can access from any web browser. This is by far the most incredible piece of digital technology I've ever encountered, because teaching programming is tough and needs a lot of work. This is a free resource that, although I'm using a free program, I can upgrade, but it is not necessary. I've collaborated with other teachers on this matter, and they say the free version works just fine. The reason why I chose this was because I'm going to be a programming teacher coming up. And this is one of the best sites I've found that can teach programming on any level. And as I show you how this course works, this really goes into a lot of why students are going to be using this to really increase their knowledge of programming. In fact, even teachers could learn how to program, or friends of whoever. This is a very open resource environment that anyone can learn programming. This, I would definitely say, with the ISTE standards, really collaborates with teachers and administrators to select and evaluate digital tools and resources that enhance teaching and learning that are compatible with the school technology infrastructure. This saves a lot of money for other teachers, for the administrators, in that this is a free resource that basically opens up a brand new class. It's also, as a coach, 4B designs and develop and implement technology-rich professional learning programs that model principles of adult learning, promote digital age best practices in teaching, learning, and assessment. And this is the whole package. This not only teaches, it assesses, it does everything. So let me show you how it is. When you sign up, you can sign in as a teacher, and you can set up anything. So let's create a new section. When I click this, sorry, being slow, and let's just call this, let's say, Programming Advanced. Hit next. Then it tells you what courses you can choose for this. You can choose middle school, hour of code, so more like apps or advanced course stuff. But I'm just going to go high school. JavaScript is oftentimes the most basic. So this is like the most basic form. If you're just starting out with computer programming, this is a great place to start. I would honestly recommend looking at Python, so I'm going to choose Rainforest, so I could choose this course, and this is where I am set up into computer programming. So now this has a class joining code, so I can click this one and invite people into this class. I can tag more people in here as well, so if I were to add more, I can manage course enrollments. I can also click more things in there. So let's say, hey, I also want to put some AP Computer Science principles in here. I can click Save, and all of a sudden I will have both those things in this. So I've got this. Save. Now I can go back to my sections. I can do the programming events. I think I have 2 extras, so I can archive that one, click this, the advanced one, and now I can kind of work in this one. So just looking at this one, I can enter this as a teacher, so I click my own name. It's going to jump in here, and this allows you to kind of run through this yourself. So you can kind of play in any of these sections that you can do, and you can run through it yourself. You can also, if you had students pop up into your class, you can see how other people are doing. So by clicking on my name, I can run through these activities myself, so I can actually see how I would solve these problems, and I can also see how some other people would solve these problems. So potential hazards kids will run into. It adds in, like, so if I were to click resume, it's going to put me at the pretest. So I click the pretest, I can do mindsets. It does a full suite of things that help assess and teach programming. So, like, I can use computer skills, science to solve problems. I feel very comfortable with this. I hope coding computers will be in my future. Well, it kind of is. I think computing science is interesting. Very much so. After this class, I hope to take another computer science course. Yes. I am considering studying computer science in college. No. I'm in grad school. So then I would submit and continue. And then I can start looking at more knowledge skills. So this continues on with the pretest. And the cool thing about this is you can leave at any time. So I can just click out. It saves my progress. So I've got some areas that I can come back to. So I can go to a different course. This is the Introduction to Java. So I can click my name again and see where I'm at with the computer science and stuff like that. So I can do that. I can also click on some of the other courses I have, etc., etc. So I can kind of jump around to any of my resources. I can also jump around to what other people are doing. So this is right now looking at me as a student. So when I click my name, it put me in as a student trying to do this. So view all. I can jump to whichever one I desire. I want the computing intro to science and that. So I want to click on that course. I'm not going to worry about that. And then this gets me into the intro to CS Python. So there are many ways to get to whatever course you want. You can play around with all the things, and it really does a great job in describing what you can do with this resource. This is like a full course, a full semester class in one computer application that's available online on your apps. This is by far one of the most incredible resources any teacher can provide for their students in terms of computer programming. If you have any questions, let me know.